Don't freak yourself out over it. It's a schooling show.
Yeah.
And you're perfectly capable of it.
Yeah. So this is just going to tell me whether or not I have any business doing with a lady. Because my original plan did not include rated shows this year.
Yeah. There you go. Down, down, down. Leg down. Leg down.
We're going to have to get in the habit of wearing them again.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
And just to clarify the communication,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Like no one's serious doing it.
Exactly. Yep. A little downer, a little rounder. Yeah, exactly, because that's the suppleness. Yeah, that we'll need a little later on. So even if it leans a little bit towards stretchy walk, that's okay. Because I would rather get the down in his neck than the suppling over the top line to start, and then bring him back to like a medium. But first to get, because that's where he tends to get a little stuck with that down in the base of the neck. So releasing that piece first. So it doesn't always have to be in a medium walk. You can also tend towards free walk just to loosen that base of the neck. And be like, down. Down, I say. Yeah. That got a little better. Don't forget your leg. Stay on topic. Make him actually do something. Don't let him just walk around and not improve. He either improves or he's not improving. He's either doing what you want or he's not doing what you want. There's no middle ground. And then add some bend to that. Put your leg in and really make him bend around. Make those deep serpentines like we talked about last time. That he has to really bend around it well. He keeps his neck down. Yeah, make him bend. And down. Down one. Yeah, down, down, down. We don't bring our neck up when we bend. Yeah, use your inside leg. And keep his shoulder up when you come around. Good, good. Yeah, down. And the bending helps you. There you go. Yeah, down there. Yep, down there. Stay on task. Neck bend. Deep bend. Yeah, down there. Yes, there. Bend. Deep bend. Deep bend. There you go. Then go the other way. Deep bend. Deep bend. Deep bend with leg. This is the side he doesn't bend on, so you know you've got to do a little more this way. Yeah. Good. Good. And then the other way. Deep bend. Deep bend. Deep, 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 deep. Bend them in half. Yeah, really bring that around. Use your leg. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Half hold on your outside rein. Bend. Half hold, so he has to really supple through. Bend deep, and then half hold him. So yeah, there. You feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing. If he runs through it, he's not releasing correctly. So you got to keep him at a nice walk that's gonna release the top line. There you go. Now he looks like he's getting a little more supple. Is he starting to feel a little more supple?
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, this left side always takes more. Bend more, kick more, bend more, through more. Yeah. Good. Good boy. Good job. Good. Exactly. Good. I feel like that's pretty good if you wanted to move on to something else now.
Nice warm up.
Mhm.
Good boy.
I like that exercise for him as a warm-up. Yeah, then make him put his neck down. Neck down. Steady hands. There you go. Use your leg, not your hand. Good job. Bend a little, just because you can. So overbend him. Overbend. Overbend. There, now let go. So you want to be able to bend him while you're going around, right? Even down the rail, you should be able to overbend him without changing your line of travel. Just for a moment and then release. It's not that I want you to go around overbent, but I want to know that you can bend him at any point in time and that he's not just head setting and stuck in his neck, right? Yeah, overbend a little. Stay on your line. Overbend. Half halt. Yeah, bend. There you go. Use your outside rein to help stabilize and keep him, and your inside leg. Your outside rein and your inside leg keep him on the line while you overbend him for a moment. There you go. That's better. And then release. Good. And now again, overbend him, but just for a moment, overbend, but really get it. Really overbend it. Half halt on the outside rein. Bring your inside hand back to your hip. Don't bring it across into your crotch. Half halt. Yeah. You're on the right track. It just hasn't quite all happened at the right time. Hand to your hip, wider. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then release. And then again, overbend. Half halt your outside rein. Use your inside leg to support. Yes, yes, and then release. Good. So that's a little bit an exaggeration of how you're going to ride him when you're riding to the left in the show, right? It's that constant communication where I'm always saying left rein, left rein, left rein, left rein, left leg, left leg, left rein, left rein, left leg. That's what you're doing in essence, but not as big. Little bend with your left hand, little leg, and then half hold on your outside. Yeah, you feel that?
Yeah.
And then let go, yeah. So what you're doing is you're rebalancing him into the outside rein. Good job.
Just a minute, and I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. So yeah, we're bending and then using your inside leg to keep him on your line of travel. Your inside leg and your outside rein. Keep him on the line of travel. And then all your hand is doing is bending and suppling the head and neck. But if the leg is not on while you're doing that, you will pull him off the track and make him fall onto the inside shoulder.
Which is what I did at the beginning.
Yes.
Because I didn't do that enough.
Yes. Exactly. But the reason we do that too is to help supple, keep them from hanging on the reins, right? Because we don't want him to hang on the reins. He has to develop a little bit of self-carriage where he carries himself. And so you want to be able to give your rein and have him not fall off the track or do weird things. You should be able to give for a moment and then he can carry himself. But in order to do that, you have to be able to give your hand. So we take, we bend, we release. We take, we bend, we release. We're always releasing and giving back so that they don't learn to hang on us.
Right. Or thinking that they're being punished.
Yes. And this is hard for him because it rebalances him into a position he doesn't like. He doesn't necessarily like to stay balanced to the outside rein on this direction. So that's why we kind of have to overdo it this way, is because this is his hard way that he doesn't bend real well.
Right.
And the half halt keeps him from running off and allows it to go over his top line. Yeah. Yeah. Over bend, half halt. Half halt the back so that, yeah, that he actually sits. Good. Leg. Good. All right, do an over bend, half halt, rebalance. Yeah. I might have held it a second longer.
Okay.
Just to make sure he's stable in the balance before you let go. Good. And again. Yeah, and then let go. Very nice. Good. Judges like to see this. You can do this in the show ring. Okay?
Okay.
You can do this in the show ring. You will not get marked down for bending your horse in the show ring. Good. Yeah, good job. Very nice. Yeah. Just make sure you use your inside leg while you're doing it. Because if you don't use the inside leg, bad things happen.
Yeah. I think he was like finally getting it. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, this is what you want.
He's like, this is kind of like what the other lady does. I think I know what we're doing.
I think I know. Let me help you out, Mom. You're not quite doing it right, so let me help you out.
Yeah. That looks really good when you get it, Sandy.
It feels good when I say it.
Yeah. You're like doing real dressage and stuff.
I'm not quite a queen yet. let me score over 60 in my first rated show, and then I will allow myself to be called into slot.
Done. We will make it happen. I'm turning you.
Okay.
All right, do you want to do this way or do you want to run through your test?
Let's go ahead and run through the test,
Okay,
because I mean, this
I kind of agree.
yeah, this is good, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna need a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay, now remember, this test tracks left.
Right.
When you come up the center line,
So I need to have a left bend coming up center line. And then track left at C, but make sure coming up center line, I can see eyelashes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
yeah,
Not like,
right, exactly. Not turned, but actually just a tiny, tiny bit.
yeah. Just
Yep.
like,
And certainly not right bend.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need me to read it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been trying to memorize it, but I just can't.
Yeah, it's fine.
My brain isn't like, I don't know what you're trying to do.
Here we go. A, enter working trot. X, halt salute. Proceed working trot. And it's up to you if you want to do the halt or not. I don't care if you don't think it's positive. If it's necessary, if you do think you want to, that's fine too. It's up to you. Okay. Nice. Go, 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 go. Don't, no backwards. C, track left. E to X, half circle left, 10 meters, returning to the track at H. Show off his bend. Show off his bend. Inside leg. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Straight just before H. You want to be aiming for just before H. Redo your bend right here. Yeah, good job. B to X, half circle right, 10 meters, returning to the track at M. Show off your bend. Inside leg support so it doesn't collapse. Look where you're going. You went too big on that one. Back to M, just before M actually. Now change your bend. Bend. C, circle left, 20 meters in rising trot, allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward while maintaining contact. Before C, shorten the reins, and C, working trot. H to P, change rein, lengthen stride and trot. P, working trot. Try to show a difference, but don't let him canter. Good. A, medium walk. V to R, change rein, free walk. So just before V, turn a shoulder off the wall and into the, yeah, already free walking. Yeah. There you go. Nailing it. Don't let him trot. Aim just before R so that you can collect him. Yep. R, medium walk. M, working trot. And C is your canter left lead. There you go. E, circle left, 15 meters. That's all right. It was my fault for saying C first. E, circle left, 15 meters. Bend, flex, bend, release, bend, release, bend, release, bend, release, 15 meters. Don't swing your legs, bend, release, bend, over bend, release, over bend, release, over bend, release. A, F, X, H, change rein. So keep cantering around the short side, across the diagonal. X, working trot. Easy, easy, from your seat. C, working canter, right lead. Bend, show your bend through the corners, show your bend through the corners. There you go. B, circle right, 15 meters. Keep your hands wider and stabilize yourself. There you go. There you go. Elbows move just a little. There you go. Yes, yes. A, working trot. Keep him going until A. A is your working trot. Good. K to R, change rein, lengthen stride in trot. Yeah, that was a good effort. R, regular working trot. Show a difference back. Yep, good. Show your bend. Where's your bend? Get him off that rein. He's got to have bend. Off your leg, off your rein. Half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt. E, half circle, 10 meters. X, down center line. G, halt, salute. That was a good half circle. Good job. Nice. Well done.
I know it was a little bit short, but you've been
Yeah.
cutting it a little bit short.
Which is fine, but make your bend correct.
Yeah.
There's no reason for not having the right bend. Not having more bend.
Good boy. Good job. All right, let's watch around a little bit.
That was quite nice.
Yeah, I gotta get it out of my brain. And it's closer to being a T, not C.
Yeah. Well, I did not help by saying C, Canada. That was my fault, so. But remember, when he starts like going, like you go ahead and half halt and be like bend. Don't let him drag you around the dressage test. You are able to half halt in your class. You will not get in trouble for it. Like rebalancing is part of what the judges expect to see you do. So don't feel like you can't fix him in the class. You know? Yes.
I mean, I know my horse is unbalanced. It's my job as a rider to balance.
Yes. 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 And so you will score much higher fixing your horse and making it nice again than you will letting him get away and drag you around.
Yeah.
Like when he starts to get straight like that and not use the correct bend, you have to be like, hang on a minute. I got to bend. And so just half halt. Keep your trot. Don't break gait. But just like I was working with you earlier, over bend, half halt, release. Rebalance onto the hind, and then continue on. That's what dressage is all about. Rebalance it back, and then continue on. If he's got the wrong bend through the corner, you got to rebalance, bend that sucker, and show the judge that, no, I know, I'm working on it. And especially, you have to remember, it's his left side. So when you're going to the left, you have to be hyper aware on the corners and the circles and show it off, because he can do it if you make him. But he certainly won't give it to you. So your reins are a little bit long to truly be effective. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to go through it again?
Yes.
Are you ready, or do you need a little more time? Okay. A, enter working trot. X, halt, salute. Proceed working trot. And his entry last time was quite nice. Turn the shoulder onto the center line. B, have bend though. Make sure you have bend if you're going to come from the left. I would circle around and do that again, because he's not bent to the left. He's bent right and falling on your inside leg. Half halt him back and be like, excuse me, get off my left leg and bend to the left. Wide open hand on the left. Get off my, yeah, that's the problem, is he's hanging on your inside leg and falling, and so then it's not working because he's not off your inside leg. So his weight is not shifted over and back. There you go, that's getting better. Okay. Yeah. Off my leg. Think of that idea that you can turn him onto a circle at any time. That much bend. Turn from your outside aids. Keep his nose to the left. There you go. There's his nose to the left. Nice. Good. Nose to the left. Yep. Good job. Yep. E to X, half circle left 10 meters, returning to the track at H. Half halt, gentle release. There you go. Saddle in, back down. Right about here's your change of bend. Mr. Diagonal. There you go. B to X, half circle right 10 meters, returning to the track at M. And we'd like just his nose to get just before M. Look around, that's still too big on that side. Now change your bend, change your post. C, circle left, so already stretching down, stretch it down, stretch it down, allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward while maintaining contact. Before C, shorten the reins, working trot. Remember, a circle doesn't go into the corners. Don't go into your corner. So just circle again. One more circle. Half halt. H to P, change rein, lengthen stride and trot. P, working trot. Make sure you have bend through the corner. Turn him straight onto the line, outside leg, and away you go if you can. No cantering, just faster trot, bigger trot. There you go. A, medium walk. Keep your bend. Where's your bend? Got to show bend in the corners. Keep him on the bit. Already down. You can already be starting to stretch down. V to R. V to R. There you go. But you can always start preparing early, especially if he's not listening. Because we want to score high on this one. Get his nose down. Yeah, down there, exactly. R, medium walk. M, working trot. C, canter left lead. Get him off your inside leg or you're going to get the wrong lead. E, circle left, 15 meters. Overbend and half halt. Overbend, half halt. Oh, wide hand down with your arms and elbows. Release. There you go. There's a rider. Bend and release. Bend and then release. Let him go. Don't hold him back too much. There you go. All the way around the short side. F, X, H. Change rein. X, working trot. Release your hands so you're hanging on him a little bit. From your seat. Yeah, there you go. Yep, good job. C, working canter right lead. Don't let him take it early. Yep. Come on, lead. Fix it. There you go. Hands down. Release your elbows. Yeah, it was a little too big. A, working trot. You have to get all the way to A. No dropping it before A. Yeah, K to R, change rein, lengthen stride and trot. R, working trot. Bend, where's your correct bend? Off your leg, leg. Bend through these corners, bend like nobody's business through these corners. That's the time the judge can't see real well. Good, half halt, release. E, half circle left 10 meters. X, down center line. G, halt, salute. Good. Nice. The one thing I haven't said that I keep meaning to say, when you come around in the canter and you're cantering on your left lead and you have to go around the short side, you have to touch the wall. You have to get to F. You have to actually touch the rail before you turn across your diagonal.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's cheating your geometry and your judge will take you down a half point.
okay,
So make sure you touch. And it's a little tougher in this one because it's a little short court, but in the big arena, you'll have plenty to touch the rail.
yeah,
You'll be able to touch before F, but really make sure you hit the track before you turn your canter.
okay.
Good job.
All right, thanks.
Woo! We got 10 more minutes.
I think maybe let's do the freestyle, see if I still remember it.
Okay, that works.
Because I've been concentrating really hard on the first level.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, cool.
I may not remember it.
You will. I think you will. Ding, ding, ding. Bend, supple, bend, supple. Got to release after your bend so he doesn't build up tension. Just walk, yeah. Touch the wall. Oh, that's right. Okay. Get on the right diagonal, though. Look, aim. Yep, now change his bend, change his weight. Good, that's nice. Steady, bend. Yep, steady, good. Nice and steady. Check in with them. Yeah, make sure we're on the same page. Bend a little, flex a little. Yep, head down. Good. Good. Use it through your corners, bend through your corners. This starts with really serpentine, right? Look, turn. I only need a little bit more bend, a little more suppleness on that half, because it's his left, of course. Half halt, steady. Don't let him drag you out of the saddle. You do your half halt and make him listen. This is your stretchy trot. Keep contact, yeah. Make him go. Down, down, down. There you go. Make him stay down there. Make it clear it's a stretchy walk. There you go. Easy. Use your rein. Yeah, so he doesn't do that. Gently bring him together. Gently bring him together, or you're going to get that. Bend, release. Bend, release. Hands down. Hands down. There you go. Easy, half halt, rebalance. Yeah. Good. So shorten your reins before you canter left,
Okay.
because that's the side who needs more bending on.
Yeah.
And so if your reins are shorter, it won't look like you're water skiing when you have to sit back a little bit and be like,
Yeah.
if you shorten your rein first, it'll look a lot better, and I think you'll have more effective control in your bending. So before you pick up that left canter, just shorten that rein.
Okay.
And then as soon as you're done, when you come to your trot, rebalance, rebalance, rebalance. Rebalance
Yep.
like 3 times through that corner, so that when you hit your center line, you're balanced and it looks good, and you're like, nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the music should take me almost to the corner so that I can use the corner for a trotting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's just he likes to get quick after that left canter, so you just have to be ready for it and be like, I'm going to balance you, I'm going to balance you. Like as soon as you get that trot, wherever it is, rebalance, 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 and then boom.
okay.
Yeah.
What
Nice.
a good boy. What a good boy.
Good job.
All right.